Go, we're live!
Hey, what's going on, YouTube?
How in the hell are you?
I'm Anthony Greeno.
I'm Michael J. Cat, looking cool as shit today.
We're WKAT, Outlaw Media.
There isn't one person out there. Not one person watching.
That's because everybody's probably on the other page. We're hoping that you figure it out and start flipping all right over to this page.
There it is.
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing, Sarah? Glad you made it. So's Woof.
Yeah, he's over there looking.
Yeah, Woof missed you big time. So did we. I was like, I don't see Sarah.
Yeah, okay. Don't know how well the other thing was working, everybody. Because
hey, Jan.
I was trying to look at it and it was like spinning and all that stuff. What's up, Amanda, Jan, Sarah? Basically, what we were trying to do there was we got a new program, and it's where we can edit videos live. Yeah, and so we were messing with that. We created a couple things on it, and we was wanting to show you, but when I got on my phone and was looking at it to see if we could hear ourselves on it, because it's different. Then we're not looking at YouTube. We're looking at something completely different, a different program that's supposed to have all this set up. It was buffering a lot. It kept doing around and around and around and around. They call it the buffer, you know, and it was really screwing up. So
it was buffering.
It was buffering bad. So sorry if you guys
happens.
If that was screwing up on y'all, but that's our question for you. Was that screwing up on your end big time? That's our question for you guys. Could you guys even see that or anything? There's our question. So can anybody answer that? You could see it. Could you hear it fine?
Yes.
Was it all good on your guys' end? The other video that we just did, the one where we had all that stuff on the screen.
Major buffering.
Major buffering. Okay, glitchy.
Glitchy. Okay.
Okay. We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, you said nothing.
Yeah, thank you very much for letting us know. We wanted to test that and show you guys what we could do now with this thing. But we obviously have to tweak it a little bit and figure it out a little bit more.
We'll get it.
Yeah, we'll get it. Tonight, we're going to do questions and answers. You guys can ask us a question. We'll give you an answer. And it doesn't have to be about Delphi. It can be about anything you want.
Yeah, I tried that.
It's going to go back to Delphi.
It was fruitless. It was without fruit.
Yeah. So it's all going to go back to Delphi, probably.
We run 3 megs a second.
Yeah.
Supposed to. It's AT&T and we're in the middle of nowhere, but it runs fairly quick for out here.
Yeah.
We do better than some people in town.
Yeah. And we're in the sticks.
Yeah, way back in the sticks.
Yeah. Somewhere along
near a cornfield.
Yeah. Not quite to Dick Bronson Memorial, but more closer to County Road 1240 West and Death Child Road, about a mile back in there. We're right there.
Okay. 2 nuts. So, any questions? Any?
Yeah.
Throw them out.
Anybody.
Jojo?
Anybody have any questions for us for anything? Because we just want to talk and test things out. It really sucks that we can't use that other thing yet.
Well, looks like there are no questions.
Greeno for sheriff.
Yeah.
In 4.
And then the chat bar goes up.
Yeah. In 4 years, I would say, you know.
When Leslie ain't running uncontested.
Uncontested.
He could have been contested.
He could have been.
Greeno chose not to contest.
No.
He likes Leslie.
I do a little bit.
And me too. He's my favorite sheriff ever in Carroll County, man.
So far, he's a decent one, but he's not a pretty good guy. He's not that high-powered prick like some of them, you know. But he's a nice guy.
Well, would you rather have him or Randall?
Him.
You see where I'm at?
Yeah. Yeah. Did y'all see another girl is missing from Carroll County since Tuesday?
No.
I have not seen that. No one ever decided to send me the link to that. But I would like to know. Send that link to our Facebook. We would like to know that.
We don't understand why we're so cool.
It's probably just because we're from the cornfield.
Yeah. You know, it's probably just us, man.
Cannabis church video was interesting. Hey, I'm glad you watched that. That is a pretty cool church. You guys should check that out. The First Church of Cannabis is me and my friend's trip down there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and if you live down in Indy, head that away. Yeah,
3400 South Rural Avenue every Wednesday at 7:30. Service only lasts about an hour, but there's some really cool people. You get to see me, and he's probably going to end up going. And there's some cool people there. Bill Levin's a really good guy. Go check him out.
If I could take you guys back in time a piece, and we go back to the year 2000, 18 years ago, I had a website called Global Ganja. It was third in the world at that time. I got arrested, you know.
Met me.
And also, I am related to Keith Stroop. If anybody knows who Keith is, anybody, raise your hand.
Anybody else? I don't see any hands raised.
I don't know. I do not know.
Tell them who Keith Stroop is.
Keith Stroop is the founder of Normal. Started in, I think, 71 or 72. And back on my website, he signed the guest book. And I also did an interview with him on the Marijuana Initiative vote. And I think that was in 03. I think it was in 02 or 03.
Okay. So, yeah, he's big in like the marijuana scene.
Not me.
No, Keith. Yeah, he's
not anymore.
Not him, man. No, dude, I wasn't looking at his neck, man.
Wasn't looking at his neck, man.
oh, yeah. His peacock, yeah. Didn't I ever told you that?
Yeah.
His peacock was murdered.
That's sad.
That is sad. That is kind of crazy. You know, who the fuck would do that, you know? And why do you have a peacock? That was his question. Who has a peacock? And why do you have one?
They're an alarm bird.
It's a bird that fans out, lets you know shit's happening.
Like super good. Strawberry, exactly.
You got it. Bam. Strawberry.
Hey, Laura. How you doing tonight? Tonight we are doing Q&A, and as Greeno had done related, it does not have to be on Delphi, but if you so desire, if you have a new question, throw it out. Mm-hmm. I'd love to hear a question, man. That's a good question.
Yeah. Look up Peter Madsen, murder from Denmark. And there goes the chat box again.
Yeah, the chat box goes out here and there. We don't know why, but it just does.
Yeah. Make sure you hit that like button. There's only
one person.
We got one person to hit that thing. That would have been Sarah, probably.
Sarah did it.
Hit the like button. I want to see that thumbs up. There's a thumbs up like right here on the screen.
Be like Sarah.
Yeah. And hit that thumbs up.
Everybody be like Sarah. There it is.
There we
Three.
Go. We see it. We see 3 people did it. You know, once we can figure out who's fat 5. There we go. There
5.
We go. I want to see 19 out of 19. Holy that would be great.
Crap.
It's never.
I'm ready to run for president.
Holy shit! Greeno for sheriff. Stroop for mayor. Man, just imagine that if we ran these towns. Yeah, South Rural, guys, near Keystone. There you go. You got it. Not north. That was the address I gave you. 3400 South. Yeah. Thank you very much, Jason Riddle. He's out in Colorado, probably keeping an eye on Daniel Nations. Let us know if you run into the fucker while you're out there. That'd be interesting.
Was the girl in the cannabis church your new girl?
No, it is not my girlfriend. It is a good friend of mine. Her name is Mary Elizabeth. She goes by Buffy. She's just a friend of mine, everybody.
We don't know how many thumbs down. Michael, we don't know. We'll have to wait until after the video is over and see how many accounts you flip through.
Yeah.
But, however, I want to say this. You know what? Michael Cunningham is onto something really big. And we noticed this yesterday because we was on eBay and we seen a thing to where you can get 1,000 subscribers by paying $30 to a person who has that many accounts that they will go sub your channel so that you can get monetized.
Yeah.
Mike, it's a job.
Yeah. Because you see, every time we start a video, there's like a guaranteed 5 to 7 dislikes instantly.
Mike Cunningham,
and it's Mike Cunningham, and what he does. And Mike, this is a really good business for you, man.
It is.
It'd be great.
We thought about it for you. I want you to know that.
Yeah. So think about this. All this person's doing is going on there, grabbing an account, clicking subscribe, switch account, click subscribe, switch, click subscribe. And what he does to us is he goes onto account, click dislike, click dislike, click dislike 7 times in a row.
Amanda. Yeah.
So if he is going on there and hitting dislike button on us, Mike, you can make some really good money, man. That could have been you. We paid the $30 to.
It could have been. It may have been.
It may have been.
For all we know, we could have paid you that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
We may have sent him $30 to get monetized.
I got a question. Amanda, didn't we go to school together? Because your picture looks real familiar. Did you go to Twin Lakes?
Don't hit on people, dude.
No, I'm not hitting on her.
We're live.
No.
This isn't Dollar General, dude.
Dollar General.
This ain't the bar, bro.
The bar. I'm just curious because that person she looks real familiar. Yeah, one profile is enough for me too. You know what?
Wait, what was the Clark lady that was in the OJ trial?
Clueless, dude.
Oh, she was hot though. She was the prosecutor. She was hot. Damn, I watch that every day to see her.
A prosecutor that was hot.
Her.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, man, my prosecutor was hot.
I was gonna say that chick down in Indy.
Yeah, Marsha Clark. There it is, Marsha Clark. Thank you, man. You know what? Now everybody answers. See, everybody was on top of that, man. The OJ trial. Marsha Clark, not Amanda. I gotta look Marsha up, see what she's doing today. No, wait, this ain't Dollar General. What the fuck am I on? Don't answer that.
Southport and Martinsville. Okay, cool. Well, let's talk about something, y'all. I mean, y'all want to talk about?
This is just chit chat, man.
Yeah.
You guys could stop out and we could do this.
Yeah, you guys come out, hang out. You know, we talk a little bit.
Spend a day.
We'll take you places, do things that we do, which is things, stuff. We do stuff and stuff. Been conversating a lot with Stu Sutcliffe. What do y'all think of Stu Sutcliffe? He can't make the podcast tonight, but what do you think of Stu Sutcliffe? That's a question I have for y'all.
Yeah, you know what? Get here before the snow, man. Do that, Amanda. It would be very cool to meet you.
Yeah. You know, if anybody wants to go out there, you know, to the Delphi thing, which a lot of people hit us up, we'll go.
I'll throw this out. I don't think it's a secret or anything. Wasn't Blaine in your video?
Yeah.
Okay, the one guy that was with him is my nephew.
Blazin' Blaine.
The
420 gamer.
And where was I going with that?
I don't know.
Oh, man. I forget. It had something to do with something that had popped up. Give me a minute. It'll come back.
See, this is when I wish we had that live editor because I'd be playing the Jeopardy theme.
No, I wasn't thinking about it.
Yeah. And he's like, I wasn't thinking about it. Yeah. At the end of the thing. Answer? Wait, we were supposed to answer something?
Wait, my man.
I was just listening to the music, man.
My mind was elsewhere.
Yeah, I was just thinking about music. What's up, Dana?
Hey, Dana.
Okay, so what are your questions, Mike and Anthony, about the Delphi murders?
Our questions? You know what? I only have a couple, but I don't think that there's any way. Oh, wait, I remember what it was. I do have a couple of questions that I will get to in a minute, providing I remember. But what I wanted to say is when my nephew was over here, we started playing that It's Robert Lindsay time video. And when he seen him wearing that wig, he's like, oh, no, turn that bad guy off, man.
Bad man.
I don't want to see that shit. Which I thought was funny because actually from the first time I seen Stu, but he had that big wig with the curly hair on. And when I seen that, man, my first initial thought was, man, that old man takes good care of his hair. I mean, he's trying to, he's trying to be somebody. But I mean, I like his humor, man. I really do. I mean, he's more eccentric, I think, than what he tries to be humorous. But he's just got such an eccentric personality, man. It comes through.
Yeah. And, I talked to Stu on the phone the other day, and we've talked to him several times through email and stuff.
I do too, man. I think he seems like a pretty cool, eccentric dude.
Yeah. And you guys got to think, man, what you see people on social media and YouTube and stuff like that may not exactly be who they are in real life.
Yeah, we're nothing like what we appear here.
Yeah.
At all.
No. We're like, just kick back, chill, we will tell you to screw off sometimes, but that's how it is.
It's my prerogative.
Yeah. So, we try to keep it as real as possible.
Howard Stern, yeah.
But Stu is not what you're thinking. If you think he's a weirdo and all this stuff, nah, he's not. He's just a dude who throws his persona on YouTube.
He's a dude playing another dude playing another dude.
Yeah, that's disguised as a dude. Yeah, so.
Disguised as a woman.
Disguised as Nancy Brill. Who the hell is Nancy Brill?
I've never seen Nancy Brill.
But he talks about her a lot.
She films for him, I think. It might be a figment of his imagination. We don't know.
It must be his hand, then. He's calling her Nancy. She's holding the phone out. Selfie mode. Hey, Nancy Brill. Anyway, the video is blurry. It's not blurry on our end.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to. Okay.
Can't explain that.
What you need to do is go up to your settings and hit your video resolution and click it to 480p. Because you're probably at 144p right now. If you go up there and click that and look at that, that's a part of the time when you're getting like a fuzzy video or something like that, because we do upload in 1080p.
Yeah, that's what we're asking, Amanda. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Is the camera dirty? You know what?
I don't think so.
Well, let me check it out. Hold on a second.
Did that fix it?
Hey, we do look clear.
It is kind of clear. Wow.
Wow, man, we look. God, no wonder everybody thinks we look cool.
Is everybody from South Carolina? Well, why do you say that, Sarah? Why do you say is everybody from South Carolina? Who's all from South Carolina in here?
Well, Carolina Creep Cocks.
Well, yeah, I'm sure Carolina, but we don't know if that's South Carolina. That could be north.
Okay. Yeah.
That's Bride over there.
Better? Oh, shit, man. I made the chat box disappear. Oh, man. Now, look at me. I was going to say, now, man, when you took a hit of that, man, we went out.
It's because I moved the lighting. I had to readjust. Now live in Southwest Michigan. Wow. You're a Hoosier. Yeah, I'm a Hoosier. He's a Hoosier.
I'm a Hoosier, too.
Yeah, but I have lived in South Carolina. Now I need to move mine. You know what?
Now we're going to be dark.
I don't think we are.
It ain't that bad.
You know, you're going to have to deal with that shadow right there. It's the big light that's sitting right here next to me. Is that better? Better for y'all? Because we have to have this light in front of us for you to see us. Otherwise, we're going to be real dark up in here and stuff like that for y'all. Cool.
A lot of Hoosiers. A lot of Hoosiers here, man.
Cool. Cool.
You know, they say we're a little state, but not on WKAT.
Mm-hmm.
We're large. We're bigger than life.
Cool. Cool. What's up, Valerie? Saw you just popped up before the chat box disappeared.
And it's gone again.
Yeah.
It keeps going in and out, but we'll rectify the situation by rambling.
Yeah.
Ramble
About different things, guys. We was talking about WKAT moving forward with different things. And one of the things that we was trying to move forward with tonight was the live editing. We was trying to go live with stuff that we could pull up on the screen with transitions, with really cool stuff to show you guys.
Yeah.
It's neat when you're looking at it from our end. Apparently it buffers too hard right now. So maybe what we'll have to do is like stop this computer over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From operating.
Maybe free up a little
and
added space.
And see if that works. We'll try that again next time. Indiana #1. Okay. Should we show that comment?
What?
You see it? That message is held for review from JoJo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, JoJo.
I didn't even see the show or anything.
JoJo says, Indiana #1 porn search is stepsister. What the fuck?
Stepsister, though.
Stepsister. You know, if you go to Kentucky, it's like sister.
I might do someone's stepsister. Not mine. Somebody else's, though.
What kind of computer running the software? You know what? Nope, it's not that. We have two brand new, the shit computers.
Brand new, 2 terabyte, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's not the PC at all.
Yeah, and you know what is funny? That is funny, JoJo. But what's funny is that you figured that out.
Yeah, man. What up, Joe?
Naughty JoJo. Yeah. What are you looking up, JoJo?
Yeah.
You're from Indiana, so you know.
Yeah, you know what? One of my questions on the Delphi crime would be this. If Abby was hurt to where she could not respond to the search party, but died the next day, are we to make of that it was from the injuries caused? Or was she tied up, gagged, so forth, where then she froze overnight? You know, we don't know that. I don't really request an answer from law enforcement on that. But the thing is,
it makes you wonder.
That is something, because we know that the search party was close to him. They was in that vicinity, but she could not respond to them. So
it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
It does make me wonder as to, you know, what had occurred there. And until the guy's arrested, and I'm hoping for a Thanksgiving surprise. Because if CC Moore is on it, I think we got a very short time. I do. And I think that guy will be behind bars.
Gosh, I really hope so.
I do too, Amanda, and that's why I say I wouldn't request anything from law enforcement or anything on that. But it does make me wonder because of that she couldn't respond. So for what reason that was it that she couldn't respond?
Yeah, because it's not far. You'd be able to hear.
You would be able to hear them and see the flashlights. I mean, you would know they were there.
Yeah. I guess my only question on the Delphi case is, who the hell is this? That's my only question. Is who the hell is this guy?
Well, if I knew that,
I mean, everybody wants to know that, but that is my big
okay,
question.
you know what? Here is a question. If we knew who it was, would we get the money?
If we knew who it was, if we turned it in.
If we turned it in, but would we get the money? Because I don't think that I would.
Think that they would come up with some reason to give it to someone else?
No, I don't.
What do you think would happen to it?
If I knew who he was, I would go get him and I would torture him for a lifetime. He'd never be seen again. I would inflict damage upon him of a very unkind nature.
I'm going to inflict damage upon him when I see him.
Castration with a hammer.
Yeah, I believe it's just one guy.
Yeah, it's one guy.
The bridge guy. There wasn't anybody down below the bridge waiting.
No.
There wasn't anybody behind the girls.
No.
Because
one
why?
guy, two girls.
The cell
That's
phone.
how it went.
The cell phone. If there was two guys and one was sitting below watching, he would have caught that cell phone.
Exactly, Amanda. And that's the point I make. Would we get the money? I wouldn't. $250,000 seems like a good time, right? Not as much as I would have. Not for what I do.
With you, bridge guy. Probably watching right now, dude.
Well, hey, man, if bridge guy wants to get all even, he can bring it.
Yeah.
Step up, bridge guy.
Why don't you take a trip to the high bridge with us? Where you at, dude? You're such a pansy.
Why didn't anybody hear him scream? We don't know they was screaming.
We don't know.
We don't know that. I mean, look, man, if the guy had a gun or something like that, you're probably not going to scream. If they did scream, that may have been what caused it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It could have. If they tried to scream to get help, there it would be.
Would we use the reward to help legalize cannabis? No, I would just go speak my mind like I'm doing anyway on that subject. I don't think any kind of money would help do that. I think it's just a matter of people voting and stuff.
We don't know if it was somebody from the community. I mean, we'd have to be psychic to know that. But what I can deduce is it looks like he walked into Delphi. But we don't know that. I mean, to ask that, it's like, I don't know. I mean, if I knew where the guy went, I would have been at his door. And, the law enforcement would have got him when I was done. But I don't think he would have been able to talk much.
Yeah. It's like there's all those unanswered questions. It's like, okay, every question poses a question on this.
Exactly.
It's like, okay, well, why was he there? You know what I mean? Was he there to do that? Did it just happen? Did he just get pissed and flip out or something? We don't know. We don't know if this is a sexually motivated crime. We don't know if he went there to just kill somebody.
Yeah.
We don't know.
It may have been sexually motivated that turned into what it became.
Yeah. But that's not a fact. We don't know.
Yeah. There could have been something that had caused that, but we don't know. I mean, there is no way to know anything further than that.
Any thoughts on re-interviewing law enforcement? You guys are great at pushing them to comment. You know what? We are in the process of trying to get a hold of a few people in law enforcement to talk about what's going on. So far, we've had no response.
Yeah.
It's like nothing, man.
I got a hold of Lesenby to ask him if he had contacted CC Moore. Never got a reply back. That says stuff.
Yeah, and Amanda, to read that thing, someone has to know maybe they already got money from the bridge guy to be quiet.
No.
I don't think the bridge guy has over $250,000.
I don't think he's got that much money at all. If he has money, and we don't know the money that he has, but I'm sure he's not some rich, successful guy. They don't think like that.
Yeah.
Most of these people that commit this, man, they're low lives, just like John D. Miller. They got a fucking screw loose. And that's kind of how you find them. Now, CC Moore the other day in an interview she was doing said that all 6 of the people that she got lived within 25 miles of the crime scene. I'll lay smart money, as I said last summer. The guy lives within like 20 some miles of Delphi. I'd say, you know, I said from Logansport,
we got like a tri-county
Kokomo,
area, yeah.
Lafayette, within that circle, he lives there. But right now, I'm kind of citing he lives very, very, very close, right there in and around Delphi,
or did,
because I speculate that he would have moved. He knew he was seen. He knew one of those people could see him, and he'd be hit.
Yeah, and think about this: if the bridge guy came to me, okay, and I knew him, and he said, "Hey, man, I got $500,000 to keep your mouth shut," I'll say, "Okay, okay, I'll take $500,000. I'll keep my freaking 500,000.
Oh, 500,000
to keep my mouth shut." Okay, so then I would say, "Okay, yeah, that's cool. Get the $500,000 from him, and then turn around and turn that bastard in for the other $250,000 and make out really well." So I don't think he had that much money anyway.
Glinda, the fastest way out there, I don't know how many of the videos that we've made that you've watched, but watch the timestamp video. That is our conclusion on that he went up, took a left, went right to the 501, and was seen by flannel shirt guy leaving. That's how that happened.
Yeah. The only way out, that's the trail.
Me too, Dana.
Okay. So, but when he left, or where they were found is the last location that we've known him to be. Okay, other than where the flannel shirt guy says he saw him. So we know he was on the other side of the creek. Now, that's not a trail. That's private property. That's Ronald Logan's property. Now, for him to run back up to the trail, he has to cross a barbed wire fence that's there, okay, from Ron Logan's property separating into the mirrors. He has to go up a big steep ridge over that way. Now, the other way he could up to the cemetery. Okay, now those are the 2 quickest ways out of that area, from that area.
Yeah.
So he either went to the cemetery and cut over, or he went straight over. One of those 2 options, but he did end up that way.
However, my point on this is that he didn't want to be seen. He didn't want to be going down a country road where multiple people could have seen him. Okay, because he was already seen there that day, and he didn't want anybody to see him leaving, because they would then know, or could put together that he was involved in it. So I think that's why he went back to the 501 and headed back to Freedom Bridge, hoping nobody would be on that trail, but flannel shirt guy was coming this way as he was going out, and seen him leaving.
Yeah.
But no car. Want to point that out again. He had no car, so he walked where he was going. No camera seen him. Nobody seen him. Deduce what you will with that.
Yeah.
But I think he walked right up to the thing, down the tracks into Delphi, and got home.
Yeah.
And probably moved after that.
Yeah. And Valerie put, he didn't leave. I think he hid in the woods. Well, no, he did leave, because at 2:47, the flannel shirt guy passed him coming towards the middle area there where the girls were dropped off. He was heading back towards the Freedom Bridge at that time.
We have covered this extensively.
This is what the flannel shirt
every
guy
video
says.
we've made.
So yeah, he left. He wasn't just hanging out in the woods, because they were out there searching. Someone would have came across that guy out there. There's only so many places you could walk around out there. You're going to be seen in all directions if you walk somewhere. If you walk behind Ron Logan's, you got other houses over there. If you go across the creek back to the bridge side, you got houses over there.
Here's Gray.
What's up, Gray, man? We tried to use that thing, and it's like really glitchy right now. So we are trying to figure it out still. And we need to figure out how to make an intro to it, or add the intro to it, like you were saying. So we're still trying to screw with the OBS. What's Sarah saying?
She said, do you think it would help if people like me politely but consistently stayed on toe, etc., to answer you guys? I can send a couple of emails or make a couple of calls each day. I'm sure others could too. Yes. Valerie said you don't have to say names, but was there any creepy guys in town your minds went to right away? Yes, there was, but they were sexual offenders that kind of resembled the guy. That was the only thing that I picked up immediately, looking at local sex offenders, because that's the first place you look, in my opinion. Janet Fan says, I have to say this, just my opinion, but haven't you ever been around someone, like, say, at work, and a person says they're kind of going to the park bridge today, so people knew they were there?
Nobody knew they were there.
Yeah, nobody knows that.
It was a spur of the moment thing. Now, I've been to one of the family members' houses and straight asked that, and she had said right to the face, and they've said it to many people before, it was a spur of the moment thing. On the way into town, Kelsey said, or Libby said to Kelsey, can we stop at the High Bridge? Can you drop us off at the High Bridge on your way into town and we can get picked up later? Yeah. So it was like spur of the moment.
Grace said that time of year, especially. And that is true because, again, it strikes me that he had been there.
Mm-hmm.
He was waiting for a day. It was a warm day, a warmer day in February. Okay, so there could be somebody out there hiking. Would there be a lot of people? No, but he wanted somebody that befit his mental image of what he wanted in a victim, and they showed up unattended.
Mm-hmm. And he knew that there wouldn't be a lot of people out there. You know, he knew there wouldn't be a lot of people out there that day. That's why I think he was out there that day.
Because if somebody shows up, there wouldn't be other people around.
Yep. Yeah, Becky said no, it was last minute. It was a last minute thing. Are we taking calls? We'd love for Gray to call in. You know what? We can't take the calls right now.
Yeah. We will. We're getting the mixer hooked up to the other, but we got to get the phone thing hooked up onto the mixer board, and we'll be able to take live calls.
Yeah.
That's our hope right here.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be that long.
It shouldn't be that long. We're still messing with the system. We just got it this week. We were just messing with it today. We were actually on the phone with Gray Hughes earlier.
Mm-hmm.
He was helping us out trying to figure this thing out. We've got it pretty much figured out. We just need to figure out a couple more tweaks that we need to do with it and find out why it keeps buffering when we go live.
You know what? We would love to, Sarah, and we have thought about that in the past. We could make a fact versus fiction because a lot of people bring up some theories, but they don't fit the evidence at all.
Mm-hmm.
They sound good, but here's the thing. They don't fit the evidence, so what good is it? So we would like to make one with a lot of the stuff that people have said and what is really true, the way that we know it to be, from the evidence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, stranger abduction and murders are the easiest crimes to get away with, according to the FBI. Man, I had said that a long time ago. I had said, if you were to go do a crime like that, or you were to go murder someone, if you just picked some random place somewhere and did it, the first thing that law enforcement looks at is, who does this person have beef with? Who's this person connected to? And if there's no connection, it would be a lot harder to solve because there's no one in that town saying, well, this guy, because that guy was never in the picture ever to anybody. So, yeah, I agree with that. 100% on that. As great producer, I say no. LOL kidding. I don't know what that means. Oh. I was just
well, I don't think it was a question.
No.
It didn't end with a question mark.
A question mark.
Okay, well,
I'm sitting here trying to catch up on what's written under there. They want a motive. Exactly. They do want a motive. What is the motive in this case? None of us know.
You have an older guy, you have two young girls. The two girls died. Now, either A, he went out there just to kill two people or one person. I mean, don't really know, or it was sexually motivated, which I think is statistically more the like, especially in a crime like this. An older guy, two young girls, normally sexually motivated.
Yeah, usually it is. No, there's no way to get around underground under Delphi. It's not like a city that you're thinking with sewers and manholes and stuff like that.
People was talking about he may have parked at Walmart, and I'm like, where in Logan?
Walmart. That would be in Monticello, Lafayette, or Logansport, or Kokomo. Several miles away. There is no Walmart in Carroll County.
Yeah, it's a very little town.
Yeah, there's no Walmart in the whole county. So there you go. There's nothing there like that. One thing I did get a message. Oh, and we wanted to throw out to Don.
Yes, to Don Sterling.
Yeah.
A big, huge fan.
Thank you very much.
That we appreciate the most.
We appreciate that very much. Thank you very much. That was right on time.
Precisely.
Exactly right on time. We took a trip somewhere and we came back and it was like, wow. You know what? There it was. Needed that. That was cool.
And you know what? I stated that in the past.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of one of those things. It's like when we use that money for WKT, once that's gone, somebody comes along.
Mm-hmm.
And, they're like, hey, man, we love your channel. And we would like to give.
Yeah. So thank you very much. And if you guys want to donate too, you can hit up our PayPal donation page.
And not only that, but there's other people in here. And if you would like a shout out, just
Let us
message me, because there's other people on here who have gave in the past.
Yeah. So
And I always should ask that, in the reply back to them in the email, do you want a shout out or accredited? Because we would be wicked more than happy to do that.
A question that came to me on YouTube was, can we do an investigation into the so-called leaked information about the girls?
The what?
The leaked information.
Oh, leaked.
Yeah.
Got it.
And the leaked information was, I was like, are you referring to the Dave Erskine screenshots? Yes, the person said. Can we verify that this was said, not said? Can anybody get a hold of this person or anything? So that was thrown at us as, can you figure out a little more about that? Is it true? Will this guy comment? Because that's really the only thing that we could do, is get a hold of Dave and say, did you write that?
Yeah.
And if he says
no,
no,
maybe we should.
if
Maybe
he
we
says
should
no,
reach him.
yeah, we could. And
I don't know why we hadn't.
Delphi Fire Department. We will work on that. We will find that out, and we'll get a copy. If anybody has a copy of all those screenshots, please send it to outlawmediawkat@gmail.com. Okay.
I thought it was WKT Media.
We got two of them. Well, our channel,
we want to keep them at one.
Our channel is Outlaw Media, WKT. So it doesn't matter. I mean, if you send it to one, I'll send it to the other or whatever we get.
Okay, Cindy, as far as law enforcement releasing more evidence, there's a lot of evidence that they won't release for the obvious reason. Only the killer knows that. So it's not that we need more evidence, because they're not asking us to solve the case. What they do is they're holding the evidence that only the killer knows, because if anybody came in and falsely,
like Daniel Pearson,
said that they had did it, then they could question them and say, yeah, they're lying. So we don't want all of that evidence. Or I gladly understand why they don't hand that out. But there are some things, like the timestamp of the photo of the bridge guy, that if I knew that, it could definitely tell me how local he was, how far behind him he was, how well he knew that bridge. Mm-hmm. We already know that he knew the area. So that would tell me straight local or not.
Yeah. And what he's meaning right there is when at 2:07, when that picture is taken of Abby or posted right there, you don't see him in the background. Okay. Now, we're experienced on that bridge, so we can get across it fairly quick. 4 minutes was the fastest I've ever done it. Everyone else who's newer to the bridge or has not been out there a lot takes them a minute to get across. So based on the time that the picture was taken of her in the middle of the bridge and their walking speed, it would have taken them another 6 to 8 minutes to get to the end. Okay. Depending on what time that picture was taken of him right here on the bridge, right? That picture right there.
It's the only picture of the guy.
Well, there's 3 of them they released,
So, right, but
So the time that was taken would show how quick he gets across it, big time. Because if it's shortly after 2:07, he hustled across that thing and he knew it really, really well, which means he had been there a whole lot. Yeah, he was right there.
He was right there watching to see if they headed to the south side. And once they started heading that way, he was back behind them. Mm-hmm. And that definitely shows intent right off that he was going there for a reason. But the thing is like, we don't know whether anything happened to him sexually because we don't know anything about the bodies as to what was done. Now, if there wasn't anything, but we do know that there was DNA left, but that could have been from picking stuff up. It could have been from touching them. It could have been touch DNA. We're not sure how they got the DNA. However, we
don't know. We don't know. The only evidence that we have in this case that we know of is where they were found. That he abducted him. The picture of him is evidence.
Yeah.
The video and stuff and that audio clip. That's really all the evidence that we know.
Well, we do know that they have DNA.
And yeah, they have DNA.
But I speculated that immediately because of the crime, because of what it appeared like right off. And then Lesenby was kind of cutting that short. Well, we got to wait for the labs. And Well, what's the FBI doing? Well, they're helping with forensics. And I'm saying, okay, so they're helping with forensics and you ain't got a fast track with the DNA. Well, yeah, I see what you mean. Words. So anyway, what I was saying earlier, because he wasn't going to say crap about it. But when the investigator came out and wanted DNA to clear us, you got DNA. And that was the quick answer to that. Now
we pushed that.
Yeah.
For them to tell people.
And now I think they got CC more on it because they do have DNA and he should be hit.
Yeah.
Later, dude.
Yeah.
And you know what? You're damn lucky it's going to be them and not me, not us.
Yep.
Because that would be a bad time for you.
Yeah.
And we'd enjoy it.
And people always asked us about that. Like, I know you guys, the video had been deleted, our random places video.
Oh, yeah.
The first video that we'd actually put out together on the Delphi case was last June or something like that.
It was, not last. Would have been before last.
Jeez, man.
Yeah. It's
almost a year and a half ago. Okay. We put that video out and we were both questioned on the same day in two different locations.
Yeah.
The FBI and state police showed up, talked to me.
Cunningham.
Yeah. And detectives
I'm guessing
Kokomo came and talked to him the same day. Okay. And they asked him for DNA. They asked me for DNA and they wanted to know where we were at. And I said, well, do you have the suspect's DNA? And the guy said, no. And I said, well, why do you want mine? You can't clear me without DNA, but you don't have his. And they really didn't have a response for that. So then we put on there that you need to contact the Carroll County Sheriff's Department and pressure them to tell us the truth. Do you or do you not have the suspect's DNA that cannot compromise the investigation? It's not like we can go switch it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Saying that you have a person's DNA does not compromise the case in the least.
No.
Because it don't matter if you say that you have their DNA. I mean, what's probably, defense going to say, well, you said you had his DNA. Well, you got me.
Well, we do. Yeah.
You got us, man. We got to just let him go now.
Yeah,
We didn't said that.
It's
really lame.
Yeah. So, and I think that a lot of people thought their question was on that, the DNA thing. Like, do you have DNA? Do you have DNA? And I think a lot of people were thinking sexually.
Well, I did
like,
right out to go.
Semen or something. That's the kind of DNA that people were thinking when they were asking those questions. That may not be what it is because based on the time.
But again, we don't know.
We don't know.
But because, there's a lot of different ways that you can spread DNA, from anything. I mean, from something that you've held to your mouth, like something that you drink out of, a cigarette butt. Touch DNA. If you touch somebody, you leave a thing of DNA on them. It could be from residue from your body. There's a lot of ways that you can spread DNA. So we don't know exactly where they got that DNA.
Yeah, we don't know.
However, it's like I said, out to go. If it was sexually motivated, there's DNA. But you would think, especially today, if they have DNA, the guy would have been hit. Well, they knew who it was. But man, Lesenby was the one who said, man, you got to jump through a lot of hoops to even get that done. And we're like, well, how? I mean, that's why they take people's DNA. So if they don't let you have that DNA, what the fucking good is it?
Yeah.
That seems really lame.
Yeah, that was a big question that I was like on that at first, because I said, well, you know what? Because they did ask for my DNA and I did tell them no.
I said, fuck you.
Yeah, no, I'm not giving you my DNA because I know how corrupt they can be.
You can look at me and say, not Bridge guy.
Yeah, dude, I'm dark skinned. The guy's white with red hair, like, no, it's not me, Okay?
You don't have blue eyes, though.
Yeah. Huh? I don't have blue eyes.
You don't have blue eyes.
Uh-oh.
I do, though.
Yeah. So, can't be him.
I'm clear.
Yeah. He did it.
No, man, I'm totally fucking around.
No, it was that guy right there in that picture. But yeah, it was that dude right there. But I don't remember where I was going with. Oh, what the hell was I saying?
I don't even go there, man.
Do that all the time. Just completely forget what I was talking about, y'all. Remind me of that. Oh yeah, no. So when we asked Lesenby, I said, well, I've been to DOC. My DNA's in the database. You guys took that from me when I went to a place called RDC. It's the Regional Diagnostics Center. When you go to prison in Indiana, you go to this place first and they shave your head, take your DNA, get everything about you. And they tell you at that time, this is in case you ever rape or kill someone, we'll have your DNA on file. And what was his response to, can't you go check that?
Yeah.
It's special circumstances, he said.
Yep. Got to jump through hoops to do that. It's like, man, I thought it was in a database, man. They just sent it in, the lab compared and said, here's the guy.
Yeah.
That's how simple I thought that it was.
Apparently it's not that simple. Not that simple at all. And they never released an FBI profile on the guy like they said they were going to do.
Yeah.
Don't know why. But, I mean, we could come up with a profile based on what we think, but it's not going to be fact 100%.
Well, you know what? If we was to do that, we'd give the same thing that law enforcement did. He's approximately this tall, weighs about this much, he's about this age. But you know what? We don't know that. And I can tell you right now that although they have better on that than we do, because they do have the video, which is clearer than in that pixelated image that they give us. They have more audio. The guy should have been arrested a long time ago.
They can't find any traces of him.
It's weird.
He's never been, in my opinion, he's never been locked up.
You know,
because wouldn't you think they'd have some sort of fingerprint or handprint or something?
They would, but if you're arrested in Carroll County for, I don't know, man, I'm just throwing out like a PI or something like that. Does that go into some big ass database where they could run?
Fingerprints do.
Okay. I mean, I know that DNA does, but
I mean, I'm sure
fingerprints. I didn't know if it was something that low key. I figured it might be a little bit more extensive to have that nationally registered.
Yeah, I think it goes through the FBI. Like once you get arrested, they send that to the FBI, and that goes in the NCIC, the National Crime Information Center.
Sorry, Amanda, you used the F word.
Yeah,
we got to okay that.
Yeah,
you can't just type like that. God, what do you fucking think this is?
Yeah,
God.
Yeah. All fingerprints do go to the FBI. Yeah, and see, that's what that's for, is in case something happens where they'll know, okay, yeah, this is the person. They can run that thing through thousands and thousands and millions of people and be like, all right, here's the fingerprint of this person.
Danielle, he could be a family guy. He may be a lone creeper, you know, but the thing is it's not like everybody's looking for that guy. I mean, I'll tell you, man, just like I did a year and a half ago, isn't nobody going to solve this case? It's not a 2-minute mystery, you know, where you got all the facts that's going to point right to a person.
Mm-hmm.
If it was like that, man, law enforcement would have had him off to go. But so it isn't like anybody's going to go find the guy. In fact, honestly, I don't know what the guy looks like. I can't look at that picture and tell you anything about him. And I can't tell you his age or what his face looks like. Man, look, you can't even see the guy's face. I mean, the only thing you can see is like a shadow. There's some white, looks a little wide, maybe a little goatee, maybe a little gray in it. Woo, whipty woo. That's it. You know what? That covers everybody in Delphi, especially in February.
Yeah, and I don't think that sketch is necessarily as accurate as what it's put off to be.
If that sketch was even close, they would have arrested the guy already. Well, they did. They did arrest that guy already.
Oh, the guy in the sketch?
Yeah.
Yeah, they arrested the guy that was in the sketch.
Yeah, they arrested him a long time. Well, like over a year ago, they arrested him.
Mm-hmm. And let him out.
And let him out because he didn't do it. Yeah. So
that's the closest person that looks like the sketch.
That's who the sketch was made from.
That is the most fitting person for that sketch.
Thank you, Dana.
Was that person.
Because Dana's on top. She knows. She gets
Dana. Yeah, everybody knows who that is. Take a look at our other previous videos if you're not sure who we're talking about. It's very easy. We've talked about him a lot. We've talked to him.
So this does bring up a conspiracy of sorts. Now, going back some time ago, I had made mention that there was a reason why the guy had not been arrested. And I said it probably deals with DNA. Okay? And somebody, not naming names, said, oh, yeah, this guy a conspiracy, man. Yeah, tin hat and, you know, all this and that. Well, who could come in and save the day right now? Who could do it?
CC Moore.
33 more. 33. That always says shit to me. That always says shit right there. It's Masonic 33.
CC, the third letter of the alphabet. Granted, it's spelled CECE, but it's
CC.
Yeah.
33. CC DeVille. 33. CC Ryder. 33. It all runs like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, now the your genetic DNA is going right into the legal database because they can solve murders where law enforcement cannot.
Yeah.
Yep, it's Big Brother, and they got their eye straight up your ass because they'll have a camera right in your house. Well, they already do. You got a cell phone, computer, they already got a camera and a microphone right on you.
Cheech and Chong.
33. Thank
33.
you. Yes. You're exactly right. Totally. And I've seen that in the past too. 33. Because when you get up there and you get really big, 33.
Yeah.
That's a big piece of the puzzle. So when I see CC, my first thought on this was 33.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah. And I'm going to say this. Isaac, don't post religious beliefs in this, please. Don't put that kind of stuff in here because this isn't the place for that. Don't be posting stuff like that in here, please, because it could offend somebody or something like that. Please don't post that stuff. Back to the topics. Questions and answers about other stuff. We're currently talking about the Delphi case.
We normally do.
Yeah. So that's our main thing. We were talking about that. We're branded Delphi. When we posted another video.
Yeah, Creedence Clearwater. Exactly. 33. Whenever you're looking at CNC, you're looking at they're probably there for that reason. But not that they didn't play good music. I mean, Creedence, man, with some great music.
Carroll County.
Carroll County.
Carroll County.
CC Carroll County.
Interesting.
Little odd.
Definitely is interesting, isn't it? What else on the Delphi case, man? I mean, it's like, it's so silent. What? Go ahead.
Yeah, because this is something that we was talking about the other day. A friend of ours said, maybe you guys should do other crimes. And I'm like, well, we do, but whenever we do that, we don't get any views. Now, we will if we do that in connection with the Delphi murders, such as the connection between John D. Miller and the Delphi murders.
Or the Iowa girls.
3,000 views.
Instantly.
With the Iowa girls. Big views.
Yep.
But the thing is that if we was just to go talk about so-and-so had committed this murder and it's unsolved, or had committed it, if this murder was done and it's unsolved, who did it? We don't give a fuck. What about Delphi? Because we don't get any views on that. We really don't. So we're trying to keep things in a top-notch way here with you, so that we can give you what you want. But the thing is like, if we're answering questions about the Delphi case, we will sit here and answer every question that we've answered in every single one of them, every single time, every single time for a year and a half. Every single time we'll answer the same exact questions.
Yep.
And it don't end. We could get on here every night, answer questions, and they would all pretty much be the same because there is no new information. There is nothing new that we can say. We're not psychic. We only know what's been given out. So we don't know. But what we have did is deduce it right down to where we have thus far, which I think is very well done. I think that we've done better than absolutely anybody online by a long shot.
Yeah.
By a long shot.
Because we're not just online, we're there.
Yeah. We can talk to the people.
Yeah.
We can go there. We can look at it.
Yeah.
We can make deductions that, others can't. They, unless they go there and talk to these people that maybe, but we've stayed on top of every single aspect, every single piece of evidence. We've stayed on top of it.
Yeah. Hey, there is Dawn. Dawn, we threw you a shout out. Not sure if you saw it before, but hey,
there she is.
Thank you very much. And Dawn Sterling just wrote, a blessing and a curse. Do you think if law enforcement didn't have the audio and Bridge Guy's picture, that things would have been done any differently?
Where in the hell did you read that?
Your response. I already read it before it disappeared on the chat.
That was damn good.
Yeah. You know what? I read it and then the chat disappeared and I kept
like one sentence in, the chat disappears. He keeps reading them.
I keep reading it. Fuck? He's like, how are you seeing that, dude?
Man, that was psychic.
Your opinion. If we didn't have the picture and we didn't have the audio of the Bridge Guy, where would we be today? What would have been done? I think it would have been a bigger loss.
Us?
Well, what would be your opinion? If there was no video and audio of the Bridge Guy ever,
man, you know what? That is a good question.
What would be going on? Well, we all wouldn't be looking for someone who looks like this. I'll tell you that. We would all just be stumped.
We'd be stumped. I mean, I'm positive we would have made some videos on that, but there's just so much evidence here. So much evidence in this case. It mind boggles me to why it wasn't solved. But again, I got a theory, but yeah, without the photo and the audio, what would you make of it? It was like a person that did it. Well, you could point at anybody then. Yeah, absolutely anyone.
Okay, on Gray's live video with Becky Patty, she said that there was another car parked there when the girls was dropped off. This is the first time I heard this. Am I late on that? I've never heard it.
I'd never heard it. In fact, law enforcement never mentioned the car. So if there was another car there, they verified who it belonged to.
Yeah.
I'll guarantee you that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they would have said, if anybody's seen anybody in this model of car at any time through the, and at any local gas station, they would have asked and put that out publicly.
Mm-hmm.
Is he even still alive? I don't know. How would I know that? Nobody knows that.
It says, why are there, Dana Maupin says, why are there so many unsolved
You're
crimes
welcome.
in
You're
Indiana?
welcome, Don. Very welcome.
It seems like there's a lot of missing young girls in this state over the past 20 years. You know what? I was actually looking something up. In the state with the most missing girls is Michigan for some reason. I don't
Detroit.
know why. I don't know why that is. Yeah. Yeah. Could it be like trafficking, into Canada?
Very well may. But, you in order to get there, well, no, you could go across the bridge or at, along the river on the east side. But, I mean, to actually go up to Canada. But the thing is you wouldn't take somebody across the border.
Right.
You wouldn't do it like that. They would either have to fly or cross the river secretly in order to traffic somebody to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I don't think Canadians are up there playing that game. I like Canadians. Canadians are really cool.
Hey,
they are. There's a lot of hot women up there in Canada, man. There are, man. There are some really hot women up in Canada. Man, I see those Canadian women, and I'm like, man, hey, I'm Canada.
Yeah,
right on, eh? Give me some maple syrup and stuff.
Is he even still alive? We don't know.
I already answered that. I'm like, how would we know that? We're not psychic.
Yeah, we wouldn't know. I mean, he could be dead. He could be alive. We don't know.
He could be in another country.
That is a question that was raised many times during the April Tinsley case. Is this guy even alive anymore?
Wait, they just found 121 missing kids in Michigan. I want to see a reference for that.
Before I link to that.
Before I start with the Mike Cunningham thing, I want to see a reference for that. Because if they found 121 kids, that's called world news.
Yeah,
that's world news. We found 121 kids that were missing. What? Yeah, they were in Michigan, man. They was just skipping out, man.
It was just hanging out somewhere.
All over the news. Okay, want to see it.
Wow. Yeah, send a link to that.
I want to see it.
Wow. Why am I behind on this stuff?
It was on Yahoo. Well, okay, that's a step above Facebook, but not much.
Child trafficking. Wow. Someone drop a link to it. Put a link right here in the comment section. We'll go check it out when we get done with this.
It's not that they found them. That's the thing. There's like 121 missing kids in Michigan. You know what? I'm going to live in Michigan. I got a cabin on the UP.
I lived in Michigan all summer long.
Yeah, lower though, man. He's like down by Detroit.
No, complete opposite. Detroit. No way. I would never go that side. I was over in Muskegon, Michigan, just so y'all know. Enjoying life on the beach.
There's more than 300 kids missing from Michigan. I could understand that. Look, you have Detroit, which is like gang capital. Okay. And a lot of those people are younger kids from there, go elsewhere, because look, man, I mean, that is what it is. And a lot of those kids, while missing, are elsewhere, probably pulling tricks, honestly. So, you know what? If you look at Chicago, you know how many missing kids there are from Chicago? Most of them are in like Las Vegas or down in Florida or LA or New York, because that's where they go.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I mean, we're not talking about like 8-year-old little kids that are missing, and shit like that. It differs.
Let's also talk about missing people.
What are you drinking?
Pepsi.
It's Pepsi.
Oh, you know what? It's not Pepsi.
I'm drinking the Dr. Pop today.
Let me rephrase this. This is not Pepsi. This is knockoff Pepsi called
Pepsi.
Bubba. Okay, now there's a red bottle of this too, and I'm like, what's the difference in the red and blue bottle? And my mom's like, well, this is the knockoff Pepsi, and that one's knockoff Coke. I'm like, yeah, there's no difference. It's the same thing. Anyway, that's what I'm drinking. He's drinking that.
It's Dr. Pepper, really. I mean, it says Dr. Pop, but believe me, you'd never know.
Let's talk about missing people, man, for a second. Just because someone's reported missing does not necessarily mean that they're missing.
Such as?
Me, everybody. And a lot of people comment on that and say, you were reported missing on February 13th. You know what? Yeah, I was reported missing on February 13th. But the fact of the matter is I was not missing. It's because I refused to answer my sister and brother on Facebook. And where I lived in Delphi, I had no internet, no Facebook, no way to get it. Okay. But I was still doing my normal thing. I was going places and doing stuff. And when they caught up to me, they're like, why? We don't even know why you're not responding to them on the internet. Well, guess what? I says, well, dude, I don't have any service out here. Guess what the FBI agent did? When he's sitting there doing something, he's like, yeah, I don't even get the service out here. I get what you're saying. Case closed. It was a done deal. But just because someone's reported missing does not mean that they are missing.
Yeah, right. Just like she said, some people just don't want to be found. Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you're in a gang and you go elsewhere, it's because there was nothing there. You got friends, you got family. Screw that. Starting life anew, heading elsewhere. And that's how a lot of people become missing. And I'll throw it out there. What was her name? Kokomo.
Karina
McClurkin. Karina McClurkin. I think that she took off. And that's been my thoughts for a long time. Once I heard that she had some gang activity, I'm like, yeah, dude, she's probably in Vegas right now. Because, it was at that point I stopped taking it serious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, nobody just pulled up and grabbed her and took off. It ain't going to happen like that.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, okay, that's my cousin right there. The last person that commented. What's up, Marcus? How you doing? That's the one that had you as a friend, I think. You said someone black.
Is Zuri Lester?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a weird screen name, Marcus. I would have never guessed that was you.
Yeah, it is.
What's up, dude? Yeah.
Yeah.
He was asking. He's like, someone added me, with the last name. And I'm like, okay, that would have been my cousin.
How's your mom doing?
Yeah, he knows Susie. So just so you know. Hey, man.
Not really.
Your mom's in my my reenactment 2 video, just so you know. If you wanted to see that, she's in a clip of that. If you wanted to go watch it.
2-year anniversary of what?
Isn't today the 2-year anniversary? Are you talking about the crime?
McClurkin?
Oh, man, dude. You know what? It very may well be.
Yeah, that's what brought that to my mind. Because, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It is. And you know what?
Wow.
I've got a video I need to put up on that.
We brought that up, too.
We did bring that up. I got a video I need to put up on that. You know what? I think I may just end up hitting the upload button tonight on that. Because that is something that she asked me to do. And the 2-year mark would be a good thing for that. Yeah. That is an interesting story if you start looking into it.
It's an interesting story, but again, I got to side differently.
Yeah.
I do. I think that she is elsewhere. I don't think that she was murdered or anything like that. I think that she purposely left, didn't want to come back. So she stayed very secret where she went. Probably, I believe, Florida.
Yeah. You know what, Miss Sassy? You thought I was working with family? No, I wasn't working with family. Okay. I was working. Okay. But I wasn't working with any family members. Okay. Now, if you know me, then you'd know I was adopted. Okay. And when I say family, there's a lot of family members I got. Okay. That I consider family. I got my adopted family, my biological family, step family, a whole bunch of family. So that if you're reading shit someone else said, don't believe it. You can come ask me. I'll tell you the deal. I was seen at the Lafayette Police Department on February 13th.
That's right.
Yeah. So,
start talking.
Yeah. Mike Cunningham, dude. That's all I got to say about you, Michael. Got your ass kicked in Carroll County for talking shit.
Bet he wishes we had a phone.
I bet he does. Which might come.
Okay, does anybody other than Michael Cunningham have anything to say at all?
Yeah. Other than that damn chat box disappearing. That is so crazy. Hit that like button, y'all.
If you guys could hit that like button.
Hit the like button.
We enjoy seeing it go up. It makes Mike Cunningham look small.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Join us on other social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram.
What the fuck are you doing?
Who is Michael Cunningham? A troll on the internet.
Look above you.
Yeah, he's a troll. He goes under like 8 screen names and just like thumbs down and talks shit.
Yeah, we know 4 of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he'll switch up real quick and come back to somebody else and go like, they'll never know until I start talking.
Yeah, because he says the same damn thing every time. The idiot.
You know what? We're going to do super chat. I'll tell you exactly when we're going to do super chat. Okay? This is the lowdown, man. We paid $30. Maybe not to Michael Cunningham. We don't know. But we went ahead and paid that to get 1,000 subscribers on WKATs to where we can monetize and use super chat. And when we get that, we're going to set this up.
Yeah.
We will set it up.
Super chat. You'll be able to do a lot more
Man, you know
stuff.
what? 3 more people hit
Yeah.
the like button. Man, thanks, everybody.
That is cool.
Sincere appreciation goes out.
Yeah, we thank you very much for that. Yeah. Let's see. I used to work for a Michael Cunningham. Probably not the same one. I know that.
Well, was it the Michael Cunningham that got the shit beat out of him in Delphi? Was that the one you worked for, maybe?
Cunningham's an idiot.
Yeah, Michael Cunningham. You got to watch him.
Dude.
So, yeah, probably, and I am hope by tomorrow or the day after, we'll have that 1,000 subs on there. Now, mind you, about 750 of that are the ones that we paid for. But the thing is that we'll allow the channel to be monetized.
Yeah.
So that could maybe help us out in a longer run, but it will allow that money to grow until it does pay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because when I started my other channel, let me see how that worked.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. But off the bat, I was doing food challenges. And then I got the productions got a hold of me and says, dude, we want your channel. You know, would you sign with us? Whoa. So I went ahead, man, got on contract, signed up with Full Screen. And it was some months because I had like a couple dollars, man. It might grow maybe $1 or $2 a month or something because it wasn't really big views I was getting until I made that viral video. And like my first check, $900. But that was like 4 years ago. Today, if you got that many views, you'd be lucky if you got 100.
Yeah.
You know, because YouTube went straight down. There's just not the way to make money on YouTube the way there used to be. And if you look at people, even with really big channels, they're not pulling in big money. 4 or 5 years ago, they would have been making huge. You go back 6 years ago, people that had 1 million views, they was on Oprah.
Yeah.
Today, man, anybody and their brother can get 1 million views and it don't matter because they got a couple $100, you know.
Yeah.
But you go back in time, man, 1 million views was a big thing.
Yeah.
Real big.
Yep. And Valerie, you know what? We should have more subscribers. That's why we encourage everyone to share these videos and encourage other people to subscribe, especially if they're interested in the Delphi case, because we're the only ones that cover that extensively. You know, and I was reading the reviews on Reddit that people were talking about us and said, you know, when WKAT died out for a minute and quit making videos on the Delphi case, and I quit making videos for a few months on the Delphi case, and he was making very short, you know, just quick videos about it because there wasn't any updates.
Yeah.
Things start dying down about it. So if people want to stay in tune with the Delphi case, or they like, you guys want us to go out there and be like, you know what, I really got a question about this general area. Could you go film that? Like that man behind the tree thing. So we went and we filmed it to show.
Wait a minute. There isn't one little iota of that trail system that we have not covered extensively. There is no place that you need us to go. We've done filmed it. Look back in time.
But we like to go there.
But we do. It is a beautiful area.
It is a beautiful
and
area.
It's a shame that 2 girls died there. It really is, because it shines like a bad light on a very beautiful historic place.
Mm-hmm.
It honestly does. And, you know, I think that it is such a good place to go. It's very peaceful around that bridge.
Yeah.
You know, if you go out there and sit, I mean, you can just really, just like here on this property, I mean, you can go out there and just sit and watch nature.
Mm-hmm.
And what's cool about it is the nature there sees a lot of people, so they're not as timid as like what the squirrels are here. But if you go into Kokomo, man, you can hand feed a squirrel right out of your hand. They'll walk right up to you. Here, you walk in the woods and a squirrel sees you,
Gone.
and you will not see him again. It's like two different sects of squirrels in a way.
Yeah, they're like scared squirrels. You know?
Yeah, you know what? We're working on subs. But I don't know. It seems like we should have a little bit more in what we do, but we will shortly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would like to would Reno chain himself to the bridge to get more attention for the case? No, I wouldn't do that because no one would come unlock it.
Yeah, what you gonna do is they're going like, dude, you changed yourself to a public bridge. Wait, are you just hanging out?
It would take a long time for someone to get
Hope
there.
you brought a lunch.
Hope you brought a lunch. Yeah, be like, Toad, please.
We don't know what the status is on fixing the bridge. They were supposed to have been started on that like over a year ago. And last time we was out there wasn't nothing done, nothing at all. It was like something that was brought up. It ain't like they don't have the money.
One thing was done.
What?
Remember that thing at the beginning of the trailhead? That sign and stuff?
Oh, that, yeah.
When we went out there with Tony.
Yep.
Yeah, but that wasn't anything, man. I had made a video on that talking about like a scam from Delphi because like he said, it was over a year ago after the crime had happened and stuff where they had actually set out to raise like $50,000 and then that would get them another grant for $50,000. Well, they raised more than that. They ended up with like $178,000 to fix the trail systems in Delphi. And they was going to add cameras, lighting to the beginning of the trails. Like phones, every so many markers so you could call 911 and stuff. There's nothing. There's nothing out there. What happened to that money?
Yeah. It's about the money. It's about the money. Jan wants to know if it's breaking the law to walk the bridge.
No, it's not breaking the law at all.
We went there. We walked it, man. There was state police.
FBI.
Nobody said anything.
As a matter of fact, that fence, remember when we was sitting there? At the press conference this year, when we were sitting there, people were like, well, hey, man, how do we, the news and everybody wanted to go down there and get B-roll of the bridge, and stuff for their stories they were doing. And who was it? Was it Kim Riley? One of the state troopers said, just go around the fence.
Just go around. That's what we would have said. Just walk around.
Just
man. That's what everybody does.
Just go around the fence and walk down there. You're good. But you entered at your own risk.
Mm-hmm.
So if you fall, county says we're not responsible.
Yeah, you took a chance.
You took a chance.
Now it belonged to the railroad, but the railroad abandoned that. Now it's still railroad, but they ain't got anybody out there watching it. So I don't think that they really care that anybody walks across because there ain't no train coming.
Yeah, there hasn't been for some time.
They ain't even got the tracks on the bridge.
Yeah,
there's just ties
there. There is something that we would like to take a trip to.
What's up?
That bridge down in southern Indiana.
Oh yeah,
County. We mentioned that in one of our podcasts. If you guys go watch the podcast where like we got the leaves falling in the background and stuff like that, really cool looking background that we had on the green screen. We showed you a little clip in there of a bridge, the first highest bridge and the third biggest in the world.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's another railroad bridge down in Greene County. It's called the Tulip Trestle. It is twice the size of the Monon High Bridge. High, 157 foot high. Monon High Bridge is only 70 foot. And this thing's like a mile long. And trains still cross it. We would love to go down there and get some shots with a Flying Frank's drone and shots on that bridge. That would be something interesting just to do.
Yeah.
We'd like to go down there and do that.
Amanda, no. When you get to the other side, you're not on Ron Logan's. Ron Logan's property sets not immediately. Now, this is on the north side of the bridge. Right there on the east side of that, it's Mears for a little piece till it hits the cemetery, and then it becomes Ron Logan's. When you cross that bridge to the south side, you're on Kay Weber's property.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get to there, but there's that easement of around the bridge where it was railroad. Now, you can walk through there.
That's public.
But once you go off that easement, then it's her property.
Mm-hmm. And she's got markers out there that lets you know or whatever. She took us down there and was like saying, okay, this is my property. This is not my property, because we had to get special permission to go out there certain days to go film some stuff. Because I was caught out there one day and it was trespassing, and the cops did show up and says, well, yeah, this is her land here. But if you're in the water, you're on public land. Okay. Or you're right there at the edge of the water. You're on public. There is an easement there too.
Yes, they did put some trail cams up over on that area on Mears and Ron Logan's.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because a lot of people was walking back in there and they didn't want them on the property.
Mm-hmm. Now, when we were over there, all the trail cams that were pointing at the area that they was found were gone. But we did pass one trail cam on the Mears.
On Mears, yes.
Yeah, we did pass that on the way over, like towards that deer stand area. Right in there, there was a trail cam pointing.
Yeah, if you're going on Ron Logan's property, talk to him.
Talk to him.
Say, hey, man, we just want to go back there.
Yeah, just go knock on Ron Logan's door and tell him.
And Ron Logan's a super good guy. Know that. He had nothing to do with this. And I wish as much as about anything that people would not have hopped on that, because immediately I'm like, yeah, I ain't Ron Logan.
77-year-old man.
Yeah, you can just look at that photo. That's no 77. How is Ron? You know what? He's,
as far as we know, he's okay. He's off.
He should be off. No, wait, he ain't off though.
I think he had a year.
A year, yeah. So he's still got a while to be on.
He's still on supervision. No. He's off the in-home because he was only on the in-home until for the rest of the prison sentence.
So it's just 30 days.
Yeah, he was on the house arrest thing for a short period of time. For the time they cut him out of prison early, he's still on supervised parole for I think a year from that time. So March he should be getting off that. Or no, in January he got out, right? Yeah, January. He got out in January. So Ron Logan's probably coming up to get out or off of the parole in January.
Wow. Okay. So in January, man, he's good to go.
He's good to go, man. We're going to go out there. And
you know, it was kind of our hope that when he got out, because what we wanted to do was go get him a Pizza King pizza and a 6-pack of beer. Don't think he could have drank a 6-pack of beer, you know, or anything. But, you know, we wanted to kind of throw him a, you know, because he's a good guy. I see nothing wrong with Ron, man. He's just your average old man that lives out there, and he took a hit because 2 girls were left on his property. Sadly, that it went down like that in both cases, but you know, he took a hit on that.
Yeah, it's really sad actually.
He was a what's the words?
Victim of circumstance.
There it is.
I mean, that's how I've called it in my videos. Ron Logan is not a suspect. He's just a victim of circumstance.
You know,
I happened to get caught up in that.
I don't know when he can drive.
I don't think he's allowed to drive ever. I mean, I think he's got a lifetime suspension because that is multiple drunk drivings that he's been convicted of, violation of probation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they said no more driving for you, buddy. He doesn't own his vehicle anymore. His son does. So. Excuse me. Thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't think he's allowed to drive, but it would be interesting to go out and hang out with Ron Logan. Don't think he wants to be filmed. When we tried to get a hold of him at his court dates, he wasn't really wanting to talk, but that was because he didn't want to be. His attorney was advising not to.
And we wrote him when he was in prison. We sent him a letter and asked him some good questions. Never wrote us back. Odd. Daniel Nations did, but Ron Logan wasn't. And you know what? We was very cool with Ron on that. We was like, you know what, man, we have had your back since the beginning. Yeah,
we did tell him it was kind of screwed up. He dressed like the bridge guy in one of those interviews. You know, it's like, what were you thinking, man?
Down the hill.
Yeah, down the hill. You know,
it's like, man, even inside the distance, like, yeah, he did it.
Did he do it? Yeah. Yeah, that made him look real bad. You know, I felt bad.
Wow, he was walking down a hill.
Down a hill. Dressed like the guy.
Dressed like the guy with boots on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you say down the hill? Down the hill.
Down the hill. Yeah. Yeah, that really screwed him up. To one person we never got to say down the hill was Daniel Nations. You know? So, okay. What would... Someone asked us just a minute ago if we was to give like an FBI profile, our own.
We can't give an FBI profile.
Right.
And if we was to give anything again, it would be just exactly the same thing that law enforcement gave. Because we can't make a determination better than that. They have a clear view of the guy. We could tell you, I mean, if I'm looking at this like, well, I don't know, man, the guy might be 5'9", 5'10". Yeah, he looks a little weighty, but it could be all the fucking clothes he's got on. Yeah, I can't tell what his hair color is. I can't see his fit. Well, I have no clue. That would be me.
Yeah.
Because you can't make shit with that picture. Nothing.
In
Even the audio, people say, well, he sounds Southern. Well, maybe he sounds Southern. He ain't saying like down the hill. You know, it ain't like that kind of Southern.
We got 3 people,
but
3 words.
The hill sounds a little like it could be a touch Southern. But then again, we don't know. I mean, we can't really tell. I mean, we're not like linguists, you know, and shit.
We're not experts on that.
We don't know that. And even the people that are, they ain't saying shit. I mean, you know, we haven't got dick from the FBI. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They don't give 2 shits or a fuck about it. You know what? Greeno versus Nations.
Were you seeing that?
Down at the bottom.
Greeno versus Nations MMA match for charity. You know what? Yeah. Daniel Nations, if you're seeing this, dude, and you want to square up in a ring, let's do it. Man. We can do that and raise money for charity. Remember we was talking about that with Shoe Nice and whatchamacallit? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if anybody knows who Shoe Nice is. Ted Barris.
Look him up on YouTube.
Look him up. Shoe Nice and Ted Barris have been in it for years. And Ted Barris is like, you know what, man? Why don't we get a 3-round fight, man? You know, we'll get the ring. We'll throw the gloves on, man. We can get it produced. Probably some money in it. Let's do it. Shoe Nice didn't want it. And I'm like, you know what? That'd be the heavyweight title right there. Because you got 2 fat guys going at it.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think Smart Money says probably Ted Barris.
Think so?
I do, man. You know, Ted Barris, man, he said his brother was like a white Michael Tyson. Taught him to box and shit. His brother was a bad motherfucker. And Shoe Nice, I mean, game face. Net face.
Dude, I will tell you something about Shoe Nice, though. Yeah.
The guy's a little out there.
The dude will take a bottle of like Jack
Daniels, a 5th of Jack,
and just be like, all right, you ready? All of it.
Slam it.
Yeah, all of it at one time, dude. And he's like, I gotta hurry up and make this video, man, because I gotta be at work in 3 hours. Yeah, and then just pour it down. He can put down some alcohol. That's crazy.
Thanks for being here, Kerry.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we're also looking for, remember we wanted to throw that out.
What are we looking for?
Out of country, foreign correspondents for WKAT. If you're outside of the United States, we would like you to be our out of state, or our, you know, like be our correspondent in Australia.
Yes.
Germany, wherever the hell
Lithuania,
you are. Yeah.
Brazil, Argentina.
Because
France,
we want to link out to people because we would like to send stuff back and forth because they have things in other countries like food and things that we don't eat here that they do. So we want to like send stuff back and forth. So if you're in another country, hit us up at WKAT Media, please. We would like to correspond with you guys.
And you know what? We want to review stuff because we love to review stuff. It's what we do. So if you live in another country and would send us something that we could review from that country, you know, we would make you our main correspondent from that country. It's on.
Yeah.
We eat pigs raw in Denmark. You know what? If you'd send me a raw pig.
Pigs raw. Yeah.
Hey, what do I eat?
Pork chop every day.
Every night for 10 years. I have ate 2 to 3 pork chops every single night.
And that's it.
I live on them. No.
Usually.
I eat fuck tons of candy and ice cream on top of that. I have a very bad diet that works very well for me. I have no physical issues at all. And my hair looks really good for my age. And, well, I can't say that. But then again, I don't know people my age that's got cool hair. Like me. Unwashed tonight, man. I'm sorry. I probably let y'all down, but I didn't know we was going to be on this one. That would be on a smaller screen where it wouldn't have gave a shit.
I got a haircut. My hair was longer.
No. Now, mind you, if I hit the lottery every night, I'd be eating T-bone. But I love my chops, man. I love my chops. And so does Wolf, man. Wolf will take a bullet for a chop. He would.
Yeah.
He absolutely loves it more than anything.
And let me tell y'all something that would just I don't know, just add interest to this. I know he won't do it. When the bridge guy is arrested, I'll shave it bald. I'll cut it all off. Every single piece of hair on my head right there, I will shave it completely bald, just because it's a new beginning.
A quarter inch of it.
A quarter inch of it, yeah. But I'll shave it all the way down to. You know what? He won't do it.
No, it would take me probably about 5 years to grow it back. No, maybe not that long. Maybe 4 years to get it back to where it is. Yeah, I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
No.
Let's see. I can fry up a mean chop.
Me too. Ask Wolf. Wolf.
You know, if you want to come cook for WKAT, we would gladly accept
if
that.
you'd like to cook for WKAT,
hit the subscribe button, like and share for your chance to cook for WKAT. That would be funny. How much longer do you want to roll with this?
Well, we've been on an hour and a half.
Almost an hour and a half. We'll give it 5 more minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
We are going to 8:36 p.m. Eastern time. That is 5 more minutes. If anybody's got any questions, lay them out. Ready, go.
Lay them out. Hurry up. 5 minutes. Bam.
5.
5.5. I'm going up.
Okay, T-minus 4 minutes.
T-minus 4 minutes. Okay. Anybody? I wonder if they didn't live in New York. Let's see. You know this stupid chat box.
Fucking chat box. It knows.
Yeah. It's like, okay, 4 minutes left. Blah, blah, blah. Still here, y'all. Just listening. That's cool, Carolina.
Yeah. A chef or a
wolf
WKAT?
cameo. A wolf cameo.
You know what? Wolf.
Come here. Come here, man.
Sir is requesting your presence.
Come here,
man.
Come here, dude.
All right, grab him.
Come here. Come here. Look at here.
There he is.
Here you go, man. Here's your puppy.
Here's your puppy, dude.
Here's your puppy. There he is.
Sit up here and look cool. There you go. Look over here, bro. Right there. There you go. Nope, right there. There you are.
There you go, dude. See it? Do you see it right there? Look at that.
That's my big woo. The big whoopty. The big woo bear.
He was sitting over there when we called his name. He's like, what? Come here? You want me over there this time?
You want me?
Because usually we're like, hey, man, stay over there for a minute.
I thought I was your puppy correspondent. That 8 chops.
Oh, hey, man. Yeah. At the end of his videos, he usually throws up like animals and stuff like that. You guys got to see the new animals that are out here.
People love Wolf, don't they? Go ahead.
Wolf, tell them about the new animals that we got out back.
Yeah, we got goats.
Goats.
There you go, Bert.
4 of them. See you later, dude.
4 little mini Nigerian goats. Adorable as hell.
Yeah, we'll get some shots of them.
We'll get them in the house one day.
Yeah.
Watch them climb shit.
Yeah, watch them jump all over. Yeah. Is that your farm?
It's not my farm. I rent here. But I lease a quarter mile of property.
And takes care of most of the animals.
Yeah.
Out here, there are 2 horses, a horse and a pony.
Yep, a horse and a pony.
Several chickens.
Geese. Goats.
And dogs and stuff. Cats.
We got every animal in Indiana that lives out here.
But a skunk.
No skunk. I have not seen a skunk here in 11 years.
But we got like fox, beaver, groundhogs, squirrels, coons,
deer,
all sorts of stuff. But
rabbit.
Never seen any.
We got skunks. 1 rabbit because the fox wipes them out.
No, there's no monkeys here.
No, I wish.
That would be kind of cool, dude. I'd definitely catch one. Do I live there too? I don't live far. I won't tell
Indiana
anybody.
snipe. We could go hunt them.
Indiana snipe. Chipmunks. Yeah, there's several chipmunks out here. Fish right there. The water is just right down the road.
Yeah, we live right here by the Wildcat. Actually, the Wildcat borders the property to the west and the south of us.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't live very far. I was just living up the road. The Deaf Child Road.
This is Deaf Child
Road. So if you guys see that, you know that it's on this road.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we're referring to. We're not trying to make any.
No. You see, this is the lowdown on Deaf Child Road. Where he was staying at, there was a kid, and this goes back a long time ago, probably well about 30 some years ago when that kid had lived there. They never took those signs down. Now, a friend of mine lives there, and it was his wife's family that owned the place. And it went back a long time because, I don't know, who'd she say it was? Like a nephew or some of hers that lived there anyway.
Long time ago.
And that's the thing. They never took those signs down. So 30 years later, after the kid had moved, they're still up.
And that's how we kind of reference people. It's like, hey, the Deaf Child Road.
Yeah, there is no deaf child that's lived down this road.
Yeah. So there you go. One of the flannel shirt guy noticed No, he did not.
Notice
that his pants was wet.
Yes, no.
And he didn't. And go watch that second reenactment, guys. I show you kind of what a guy's pants looks like.
Yep. And again, we covered it extensively.
We've covered it. Go watch all of our videos. Watch them all on my channel, watch them all on his channel, and watch them all on WKAT.
WKAT.
And you will know everything that we want, that we know.
No.
Everything.
No.
What?
No, totally not.
Why?
Because we had a lot that was on my old channel and
True.
yours that
okay. Yeah,
are wiped out.
Yeah. All those things were gone.
Thank you, Danielle.
Yep. And I guess I would say
good night.
On that note, everybody.
We're WKAT.
I'm Anthony Greeno.
I'm Michael Wkat.
And we'll see you in our next Outlaw Media video, everybody.
Peace.
Keep it Southern style, y'all. Whammy. Wham.
In stream. Later.